Tunaangalia wapi? Anywhere.
I know. Nimeangalia Jackie zile za, do you know what we are supposed to do here? Welcome. Wewe ni MVP for staying with us. Hii January, unajua unakaa kwa nyumba, activity ni kuwatch nini? Long story short. Thank you very much. Na tumesema tukishatafuta pesa, January imeisha.
Imeisha.
You have survived.
Sasa tuna prepare for Easter.
You have survived Easter. January.
Easter. Na Easter inakuja sije end of March.
Cabbage imerudi kwa nini?
Tarudi kwa coleslaw. Beginning of
cabbage imerudi kwa salad. We are no longer using atukarangi cabbage anymore.
Tunafanyanga cabbage vibaya. December it is swimming in mayonnaise. Swimming in mayonnaise. Kidogo January. Like, you know,
you've seen that meme that when January began there was a lorry of cabbages coming in because ile za ndio food for the fika. Food for the month. Man, so you have survived January. Very, very nice. You know, you had made a resolution. You want to be healthy. Ulisema wewe ni mtu hii mwaka ni mwaka yako. This is your year.
Subscription.
Mwaka ndo mwaka kufosi, yani mtake msitake mwaka mtanita bosi.
Ukasema January. Ukasema I will eat more fruits. January.
Drink water.
Ukasema drink water. January, but tap water. Wait. Do you drink tap water?
Depends. If I'm in Kericho, I do tap water.
Yeah, in Nairobi.
Ogopa.
H. pylori, msiogope kusema H. pylori. Na ameba infection. Yeah, some of us have that problem. So let me ask you, quick one. If you would live anywhere in the world, where would it be? Let's do continents. Africa, Asia, Europe, North, South America,
Australia.
Antarctica. Australia. Have you tried applying for any scholarships there?
No.
Okay.
But I trust God. But though people fear Australia.
No. So let me pause and say, if kamera yangu ni gani bwana produce nile? Hakuna trusting God yenye itakupea scholarship kama we apply. Just go, apply, then now trust God. Wewe.
Okay, sawa, yeah. But what I was saying is, people fear living in Australia. Because nakuangana weird animals.
Yeah.
The snakes, the big spiders. But I feel like it's a beautiful place.
I've never thought of living in Australia. If I could live anywhere in the world, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? Anyway,
Barbados.
So today we are discussing healthy habits for healthy minds. So what are some of the things that you do to keep your mind healthy? Let's start with the mind. What are some of the beliefs you believe in?
I think me tasema tu I sleep. To be very honest, me ulala wasi.
Unajua Kenya, what is happening here, Jackie? You've gone to the supermarket when you are hungry. That's what is happening. You've come to record this episode when you are feeling sleep deprived. So the first thing that will come to mind is sleep. How many hours do you sleep though?
I tried to do 7 hours.
How late?
It depends. I cannot. It's not very
on
consistent.
Average. 11?
Yeah.
Unaamka saa ngapi? Una struggle kuamka?
Sometimes, but most times you'll get me akili tu nishamka. Yeah.
Tip number, this is how I know I'm unhealthy, niki struggle kuamka.
But Jojo uamka fu.
No, as in that's what I'm saying, because I know my body. Tips. It's very important to know your body. When I'm struggling to wake up, I know it's either I'm eating wrongly, I'm not eating enough, or I'm not. The weeks that I wake up to run, which I have not started.
Na sasa tuko tarehe ngapi wase?
Hiyo isikusumbue. Hizo ni
31st of January.
Hizo ni small problems. But nitakuwa nimekimbia. By the time this episode is airing, nitakuwa nimekimbia. Initially if I run in the morning, I become more, I wake up, it's easier for me to wake up. Naamka tu.
So can you just maybe briefly give us your morning routine? Like you wake up, if you are to run.
In an ideal Jojo setup, kamera yangu ni ile. In an ideal Jojo setup, nikiamka asubuhi nikimbie. I run and then I come, it's either I listen to music or I read.
So how long do you run for?
an hour max. It's not a lot of kilometers because me, I'm not a runner. Mi si mgale.
Na unaenda like consistently running ama unaenda kutembea?
Bana, what do you mean?
Kwani
mimi ni marathona. Cross country kunifikisha hapo. I just run what I can run.
So,
but
you wake up at 4.
Yes, if I run at 4 every morning or at 5, it's just an hour.
Is it safe?
I'm privileged to live in a pretty safe space. Either to run within the compound or if I run outside, it's still pretty safe.
Okay.
I find running outside better because now I have to come back.
Okay.
But when I'm running within, I feel like, nimechoka
sana niende.
Mwili ni yangu, ni healthy mind ni yangu, healthy habit ni yangu. Tumesha kimbia lap 2, rudi kwa nyumba ulale.
Yeah.
But when I run outside now, because I'm already outside, so just
you
like
have
now,
to go.
I now just do the work.
And to come back, yeah.
You do you skip the rope?
Jojo, kwani mtu ajui jokes, huwezi jokes tu. Kuruka kamba ni kitu ya kuambia watu kwa podcast.
Tuliambiwa una skip rope.
Nilisema it's an alternative to running. I did say skip rope.
What do you do? What do you do to exercise?
Honestly, I feel like last year I did gym for some months and then I stopped.
Which I was genuinely surprised you did.
Yani Jojo sikai mtu kwenda gym.
I know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like nilishtuka.
Be your own friend.
Nilishtuka jeke akisema mahali na setting. So there's a time I was in a gym. I was like,
I went for the gym.
You've seen that meme where somebody is saying something like, Jackie went to the gym for how many months? Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, but it was good. So I
the gym works for you though.
Yes. Yeah, but so I'm trying to go back because I changed jobs, so I'm trying to get a gym that is either within my home or within
in the morning or
either can work for me.
You don't care for it. Do you feel like umechoka?
Which is nice. You gym and then you go home if you have something else to do.
Umeamshwa sasa.
Unafanya.
Gym memberships ziko aje? Najua uko na pesa lakini speak to the people who
okay, from your lips to God's ears. Thanks.
Usipinge.
But I think
baraka.
most of them are 10K. But it depends. If you pay quarterly, then there's a fee they give you a discount. Yeah.
What's it like? If say I pay for a gym in Feb and I'm not there, because Feb is like what? This is a leap year 29.
29, yeah.
If I'm not there for like I don't know 2 weeks,
no one cares.
And do you get a trainer? Because unajua shida gym ni trainer.
Trainer inakwanga an extra.
But still, we see trainers take even 4 people in a session. Hiyo si training.
Nini?
When you go to the gym, ideally.
Umeenda gym Jojo?
Mimi si niko na mtu anaendanga gym. Usipingane na mimi si niko na mtu anaenda gym. Wewe jua niko na knowledge. When you go to the gym,
your life is going to the gym.
Please.
Inaweza mtaja kwa hapa.
That is not relevant, lakini yako hapa. Na anaweza fanya kama ni kweli. Anyway, kama hii information itakuwa wrong. And I quote. I paraphrase. Producer ni gani? Vale, thank you very much. Mtu mwenye ukienda gym, the trainer that you get ideally, they should train you and ask you what works for your and find regimes that work for your body together with eating nini. Shida ni squeezy na si kwa ubaya. Sisi tunasema ushuru imekuwa mingi. Wanachukua watu 5 alafu wanawafanyisha exercise nyinyi wote. That should not be the case because that is now gym.
Yeah, the normal facilities.
Ideally a trainer should know Jackie, her carbs are like this is what works for this is alafu hata anakupea your nini for the year or for the quarter. This is the goal and this is where hata when he or she feels like hujafikia ana nini. I wish I had spoken to a friend of mine called Alice who is in that space. But if there's any resource she will give us, I think I'll upload it. We will link it somewhere here.
Yeah. But I also feel like it's important to know the purpose why you're going for the gym. Because I feel like there's some people who just want to go and exercise, not necessarily to lose wapi, where they just want to use the facility, the treadmill, the lifting of weights, and the whatever.
Or to network. People network in gyms.
And the people who want actually to go to get some certain body goals and all that. So it's important to identify the reason why you're going
to the gym.
So usiende tunarende.
No, I don't think it's even the gym. Hata in exercise, it's important to know why you are exercising. Are you exercising to lower your BP? Are you exercising to lower fat? Are you exercising to gain muscle? there's something on Netflix called We Are What We Eat. And just to segue that part of eating, me, I don't eat well.
Sema kweli hatukuli vizuri.
Hizi ni zile nini za umona, zile nini za alcoholism. My name is I don't eat well. My name is Jojo and I don't eat well. Like, I don't eat well. I need to eat better. I need to eat more fruits. I need to have regular meals. There's a friend of mine who is saying as an adult, you just need 2 meals.
2 meals.
Hiyo kimbelembele yenye tunakulanga sijui lunch, breakfast, supper na in between snacks, we are overdoing it.
So is it for morning and jioni, or it's morning and lunch, or what?
Yeah, alisema 2 meals, regardless of, because his school of thought was you do not, the kind of work you do is
you don't burn the...
Yes, it's not very tasking. You sit through, most of us sit through our workspaces. And even if a few days we walk here and there, for the most part umeka. So mtu ameka, 2 meals are actually enough. But the problem is tunachukua ngapi? Hizo.
Very true.
Morning, snack, lunch, snack, night. Na watu wengine, chai lazima itembe usiku. Alafu unaenda kulala. So you're eating so much and you're not and you're not converting it into anything that will be helpful to you. So you end up just clogging your arteries and you end up, having these lifestyle diseases. You might be eating something now, not realizing that a few years from now true. Some of the things our parents and their parents and that age group kwenda juu may have to struggle with this diabetes,
high blood
pressure, arthritis, what's the other disease? Iso diseases you can actually control as early as now. You can actually control as early as now by watching what you eat. There's a buddy of mine who does not overeat. Like, akishiba anaachia hapo. Tama is not his portion.
Okay. So in a scenario where when he goes to visit someone, alafu ni wale wenye wanakuserve kwa plate.
Sinakwambia kama mikula anakwambia usinipe chakula. Even in a buffet, you see how he eat in a buffet.
Si kama
2 potatoes, 3 pieces of meat. Like, it's very careful on how he eats. It's a beautiful thing. It's one of the things that I learned from him. Am I implementing it? Sorry for another day.
But Jojo, you don't eat too much.
But I eat too much when I'm with my people.
Okay.
So you've seen me eat in social settings.
Not so much.
Not social, like social as in family and but okay, you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm not like, if I can overindulge. Like, neza kana 2 kg cake. Yes, nani endelea tu. Kaza kana watch kitu pole tu, hata sisiki kitu ninapenda ninaweza overindulge. I don't overindulge in food, but when I like something, you do the but yako na hiyo discipline.
It's a piece and it's enough.
Hata saa zingine atasema, "Hey, looks nice." But I think I'll try tomorrow. I'm like, tomorrow if we die,
si afasali jini
tunaikula leo. If we die tomorrow, we are tumelala kama tumeikula.
Anyway, okay.
So food is I highly recommend that Netflix series, what we eat, what we eat, something.
We will put it somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. Bwana director, yeah. But we what are some of the things you've eaten and you felt like I should not
fast food. Fast food. Yeah.
Imekuwa easy to access.
It's very easy. Like, you can nowadays you have drive-throughs, so even if you're going from somewhere you don't have you can order.
Yeah.
You feel an inconvenience of cooking, you order. I think that thing is
that's crazy. Nice. Let me just speak to wives. Squeezy amogopi. Mnaoda tu. No, tell us. Squeezy amogopi. Mnaoda tu chakula 5 days in a week. What happened to wives who used to not cook? What happened?
Jojo, are you a wife?
I nauliza tu. Nauliza tu. What happened to wives who used to cook?
Oh, are you a wife?
No, what happened?
Are you a wife?
We don't know. If we get 100k subscribers.
Lakini ukikuwa wife. Sitakuwa hapa. Sitakuwa wase.
Hatujui kama mimi ni wife. Tulisema tukiget 100k subscribers.
Are you a wife? Ukakata. But in case she's a wife, or if she ever becomes a wife,
tutakuwa hapa. But I want to bring primitive wifeness.
So you will cook.
Rudi kwa kupika.
After watu wa logistics wamekusumbua huko nje. Mpigwa character development na KRA. Unarudi hapa.
No,
unakuja you pull us.
But it's bibi.
Hapa you pull us.
naenda kuraise kwanza, naanza na kuraise the chicken.
Kwanza nenda juzi alipika rabbit.
Alipika rabbit?
Alipika rabbit, so alipika rabbit.
Kwanza where do you get rabbit meat? Tuanzie tu hapo. Before hata uniambie vile alipika.
Wende uji places.
Nisha sema why?
Plugs.
Special shout out to you. Special shout out to...
We look up to Sue.
No, but special shout out to the kind of marriages that are happening now.
Yes, yeah.
There's a lot of understanding. I'm not saying that we should order every day, but I'm just saying there's a lot of understanding that comes into marriages right now.
Yeah.
In terms of couples seeing what works for us as a couple. I've seen couples where it's a guy who is responsible for them. Like people, there's a lot of
shift.
And there's a lot of tailor making homes
yes.
for you too,
yeah.
as opposed to what the society or you have learned from somewhere.
Else. Yeah, true.
So shout out to current marriage couples like mine. So thank you very much
for keeping it real.
Okay,
if you are.
So healthy minds. Another thing I think you can do, a healthy habit you can do is read. I know this kama kuna kitu tumesema after every episode soma aki.
There's this celebrity called, what is his name? Is it Muguka or someone? Sijui anaitwa nani? But he was explaining on Instagram how you can...
I saw that. I didn't see it. Yes. I saw it on my feed.
Yeah, like he was explaining how you can start reading.
3 weeks ago.
Yes, like how you can learn how to read slowly.
What did he say?
Like don't start with big books. You can start with short stories. You can start
That's
with...
true.
Something that interests you,
like any other habit.
Yes, like any other habit.
Start from the known to the unknown.
Yes.
The problem is people start from the unknown to the known. Last year I think 2 weeks ago I was writing the number of, I thought I did 35 books. When I wrote them down they were coming to 30. And I felt like I also didn't do well considering we grew up in a culture of reading.
30 ni mob.
We grew up tukisoma.
So how many books a month? 2 a month?
I don't know how I did them, but I think once you start a habit of reading, you never like sasa anytime you get you read. Yes.
So lakini jojo nikuulize swali.
Na mimi usoma hivi. I read like 3 books at a go.
Lakini unapatanga wapi time?
Ndio nisiboeke.
Unapatanga wapi time?
Basi naamka mapema.
Lakini jojo unatumianga tu Instagram reels zenye unajazanga kwa inbox yangu.
Time. Hizi vitu ni kujipanga. Hizi vitu ni Mungu anakupanga. No, but reading is like a drug. Like the moment you start, if you enjoy reading, that is, the moment you start reading, you can't stop. And also, another tips I can say is, don't read one book, read several books.
At the same time?
Yes. So I can read a money book, currently. A money book, I can read a faith book, and then I can read maybe a story.
A story.
Yes.
Okay.
A story that has nothing to do with anything. So anytime nikifeel like hizi zingine zimekuwa
too much.
Yes. Or I can read two. Unajua, in December, I read like 6 books.
Oh.
I got hooked on Colin Hoover. Nikakuwa tu sasa fala. Nikaanza tu kusoma book after book. And then alifanya kitu ni mkora, alifanya series. So this book informs this book.
Okay.
Now I had to know. It's like watching a series. Episode 1, episode 2. That's another thing you can do. You can find books that are a series. That when you unlock this level, you go to the next level. So you will have to finish the it's like any interesting series. Una feeling niko season 1 sasa, lazima nione season 2.
Na kwa wale wenye wapendi kusoma, lakini nimeambiwa jibu hapa. Nikashangaa. Who likes eating vegetables? Wow.
Umejibu ukasema si personal, ukarudi nyuma kwa kipole.
I was just asking a question for the fans.
Mse mwenye amekujibu hivyo, he reads. That ninja can read, mtu wangu. Anasomanga hata saa zingine kwa zile za kwani si watch kitu fun?
Si utuache hata zenye zimebaki.
Hadi namwambia atu watch kitu, ako like mimi niko sawa. Kitu hapo. Uko like wow, such an adult. Now you're making me want to read too. Itabidi usome mtu wangu. Another thing you can do is that join a book club. Sit with people who read.
You had a book club?
Yeah, there's a book. I wish I had asked them if I could give them a shot because it's a private book club. I highly recommend you join book clubs. Also, sit around people who read. I mean, currently, Jackie, you are reading money books.
Yes.
You are fast pacing with someone else. Yeah. Hang out with people who read so that you tell each other what you've read. Yeah. So it will keep you thinking about, because if a conversation is about what you've read and you do not read, itabidi uende usome ndo kuje tuambie kenye umesoma.
Kulikuwa na ile mimi wanasema don't date girls who when you are talking about something for a year Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Satadu.
Hiyo mimi si ya girls peke yake bebe. Kamera ni gani? Ni ya kila mtu. Bana date people who are reading. Interact with your circles should not be a cage. It should be a circle where people learn and unlearn constantly. So I highly recommend reading podcasts. Listen to podcasts. We were saying there's no excuse for bad manners, and you are now the background. Be the background.
30 ukishafika 30 you are now the background.
Yeah, be the background. Aki to me overuse your joke. But be the background.
It is what it is.
Listen to podcasts. Listen to content that is edifying, that opens up your mind to thinking. Watch things about other people. If you can't afford to travel, because for whatever, maybe you are in school or you're just starting off, then right now a camera is in front of everyone.
Yeah.
So find out, what do Nigerians do? What do Zambians do? What do Egyptians do? Find out what is a typical... People have recorded these things. A typical day in Zambia, a typical day in Nigeria, Algeria, Tunisia, a typical day in Australia. So see people for what they do, where they do. So that we realize, see, kitu ya ati it's my way or the highway, ikutoke haraka haraka. Uanze collaborate na watu. So I think reading and listening to pods that open up your mind.
Okay.
And another thing you can do, when you listen to these things and read, ask yourself what you have learned. Like
unaweza soma, kusoma unaweza soma.
Because kusoma ni rahisi. Like if you're saying you have read, like me, you've read 30 something books, are you able to tell us what you got? Like, are there things that completely revolutionized how you think about life? My highlights were any book on... I read like 4 war books, and I just realized that you need skills. You need to have skills beyond your education. Because if Kenya ichukue refugees, watu watakuwa ufanye procurement na logistics. They will not call you for the tax consultancy services. It will be you working out from ground zero.
Learning a new skill.
It will be a skills that will put you on the map for them to ask you, whether Jackie unaoshanga windows, umesema you're a tax consultant, so that they now pick it. They will not lead with, we are looking for procurement specialists.
But that is what the Kenyans who move abroad do. Like, they don't go and do what they read in school.
Because people what's the word, look down upon knowing skills. Have a skill, guys. Njua kukamua ngombe, njua kufieka.
Njua kukamua ngombe?
I can try. I hope so.
It is the advice for me.
It's been a minute, but babangu alituweka 3 hizo vitu.
Kukamua ngombe
It's so dramatic. When is you kutukulia ngombe chakula, kuletea ngombe maji. Oh my goodness, I struggled. So dramatic, that one. But anyway, those skills are necessary. Kujua ngombe anakunywanga chumvi. No things that can help you beyond your... Because the problem is we go to school and then we realize plumbing. When your country is taken in and you're a refugee, hizo ndo vitu zenye utakuwa unafanya.
Insisting on this refugee story.
Because
useme kwa nyumba yako si lazima uite plumber. You can do the plumbing.
Well, if I'm honest, mimi ataka najua your plumbing, I don't think I can do it. I'll just call someone because mimi na comfort.
You're looking at the fact that you can be a refugee someday.
When you read a book, it needs to change how you think. It needs to make you more empathetic. And it made me... I even asked about refugees, and I went to look through it. When I read a book on abuse, you remember?
That
time I was very dramatic about abuse. When I read about the power of being broke, as in... You realize that it's actually not a bad thing to be broke. You can actually tap into it. Like if you decide that hunger, it gives you a hunger that now you can, if you tap into it, you can really, it can catapult you to places you can. So when you read a book, think
about how the book will help you.
Or how has it helped you? There's no matter that you've read 100 books in the year.
Box.
Yeah. So, and one of the ways to know if a book is impacting you is sharing.
Oh, okay. So you read, then you share what you've learned.
Pro tip, share what you've learned from a book. And then get people's opinion. And preferably if you can get people who've read the same book, it's very nice. Because sasa mnaweza enda muangalie pointers. African stories are very nice because they help you see life beyond you. So like, oh, Wajaka wanaishingi hivi. Oh, sorry, Waluo. Wanaishingi hivi. Waluo wanaishingi hivi, and then you see how Maasais live, and then you see how other people live, and yeah, it informs. Even when you're in a conversation, now you realize, that person is coming from lack of water. Hawajaijua maji ni nini. Umekuwa ukiswim kwa maji.
By the way. That is true.
Yeah, like if somebody grew up in Nairobi not drinking tap water versus you who grew up in Kericho who tap water na wewe. Tap water na wewe ni kama maji ya mvua, ama mtu mwingine grew up na maji ya mvua. So hata elewi anakunywa maji anakicomplain na shanga shida iko wapi. Amezoea maji safi. So yeah, healthy habits. What else?
Okay. So maybe with regards to procrastination.
Speak to us, Father.
Tell us, as a person who's consistently read or consistently done something, like how can someone improve on that? Because I feel like that makes you become unhealthy. Yes,
always pushing something,
and then now it becomes a burden to you.
Like I feel like there are tips that have been given by several people. Kuna ile 5-second rule, kuna ile 3-2-1.
Sasa tuambie 5-second rule ni nini?
Tutawekea hapo. Unajua sasa haja tu sponsor. So hata shinda tumesaidia watu hapa nje kutengeneza pesa na si tutengenezi pesa.
5-second rule tunajua ni ile kitu kianguka utoe sasa hiyo.
Hiyo ati jeshiko chafu. Ukotaraka ukule.
That's the 5-second rule we know.
Tulishi na struggle. Sawa lakini there are tips that have been put into place. Just find out what works for you. Find out what works for you. I think the dawa ya procrastination is to do. You see the way your word of the year is action.
Yeah.
Dawa ya procrastination is just to do. Like to tell yourself by time X one of the things we were saying is when we started the pods, you remember the edits were done and I was like, bana hizo edits azikaipoa. We either we go reshoot or something and you're like
ziende hivyo please.
Jojo episodes zinaenda. We've done the work. They are going. I know you'd like to remove some things, edit the intro, but those first 2 episodes they are going. They are pilot episodes. That's the whole point. And I was speaking to a friend I think in December who said you need to start so that you see where you came from.
True.
Because the problem is you want to start something at the hilltop.
And it never
happens
like
kwa
that.
Hilltop, there's nothing to look at.
Yes,
But when you started from somewhere, uko juko like,
also it can never be perfect.
Imetoka mbali. You can't cross all your T's and dot all your I's. You can't. So, I don't know. What are some of the healthy habits you do? Your face, with regards to taking care of your skin.
My skin is flawless, guys.
I woke up like
I know
this.
Kids and Brushes is looking at me like
rolls eyes to the back
rolls
of their
eyes.
But what do you do to keep your skin? But you have good skin, Jackie.
I really try to take water. Like kunywa. Inajua upendi kunywa maji.
Na kunywanga maji.
But upendi.
Kupenda na kunywa maji they are not directly proportional.
You have to love it. But I try to take a lot of water.
Do you flavor it? Nyindo wala watu wa cucumber kwa ofisi. Ukwenda mtu na bottle ya cucumber ya maji. Anakimbia left right and center. One of the most unbusy person in the office.
Na ni ile kubwa ya 1 liter na amesip mara mbili.
Jioni tena kwa hivi na hiyo kibuyu yake anarudi. So
but I think I do try every day to take some water.
And you mind your business.
I mind my business.
Yes. If you do not take anything from this episode, the best way to have a healthy mind is to mind your own business. If you do, you will see your skin improve.
True. And another thing I think is I'm trying to speak to myself the way I would speak to a friend.
That's a very big thing.
Yes.
I'm a powerhouse.
Yes. No, unajua vile huwezi ambia rafiki yako you're stupid. Why did you do this? I feel like most of the time we speak to ourselves like that. Especially when you make a mistake.
We are very hard on ourselves.
Yes, you are very hard on ourselves.
Or if we don't hit a goal that we really want to hit.
Yes.
Nilijua tu utashindwa. Nilijua. Something you could never tell your friend or family.
So
you wake up and do affirmations.
Ni ngumu lakini tutajaribu.
I am a winner.
I am beautiful.
I
am enthusiastic.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry, guys, we're making fun, but people do this thing. I'm sorry,
and it works for them.
Yeah, it works for them. Yes. So affirming yourself, okay.
But also nowadays, I try to affirm myself that let me try something that is hard, make a mistake and learn. Like so I don't want to fear making mistakes.
You're a bit easier on yourself when you fail.
Yeah, because like last year I used to think like, why am I making this mistake? Why didn't I see this thing? Why niliambiwa juzi nifanye hivi na hivi but sikushika na sikuuliza. Ama nilishika but nimesahau. So I'll go, especially when you're doing some analysis, I will do it. Acha nishindwe. And then niulize. Yeah. Rather than I
don't even try. You don't even try.
I don't try, yes.
There's a lot that goes, and these are studies have been done. I just don't have the numbers, but there's a lot that goes into how you perceive yourself.
Okay.
If you decide you are a victim, oh, baby girl, months, you will be a victim. Okay, decide mimi bede, the world was hard on me. I grew up as you are what? I don't have. Taxes ni mingi. But
everyone is going through it.
Kiare ni ile for everyone. It's not easier for it. The sun is shining on everyone. Yeah. It's if you decide to wear that victim cloak, you will run with it. If you also decide to wear the cloak of I am a bad person, I struggle, it will manifest. It will manifest itself into your life, and then suddenly you're wondering why you keep losing.
Yes.
But you've always said you are a loser.
Yeah.
I'm confused. You must lose now.
Yeah.
Or if you say I am broke, you're always broke. Sina pesa. Alafu unashanga mwaka imeisha hauna pesa. But you've been saying hauna pesa. Sasa shida iko wapi mtu wangu? So there's a lot of even stepping up. One of the things I learned in 18 or 19.
18, okay.
2018.
Not 2018. I thought 18 years old. Okay. 2018
or 2019 was to step away from anyone who used to say things that I don't agree with. Yes. If you say something that I don't ukweli, mimi si hiyo kitu. Because you are saying it, most times people speak based on who they are.
Like, can you give an example? So, because it's different. So, cause I'm trying to understand. Is it the same as having a different opinion?
No. A character. Like they've decided you are X. Based on them, based on how they run their lifestyle or how they perceive themselves, they are projecting it on you.
Okay.
Most times they watu tukana watu ni a projection of who they are.
True.
So it
even
is,
abusers.
Yes, it's basically abuse. Like Jackie, I decide kila siku tukatana na yako na kitu negative kusema. I just remove myself, and then you suddenly realize it's been so long since I saw you. It's intentional.
Yeah.
You just don't know it. Yeah. I just moved myself from it slowly by slowly. So I'm not calling, I'm not texting, I'm not hanging out with you.
That is true.
Yeah, because the more you say it, even if I don't believe it, unconsciously, you are speaking it over my life. Yes. You're constantly speaking it over my life. I moved, and every time, I kid you not, tried and tested, I moved myself from those situations.
And you became a better person.
Yes. I became what I know I am. Because they are saying it. They're constantly saying it. They're constantly saying you are X. You are X.
So they used to tell you like straight to your face.
Yes, like any opportunity they get.
Like you, I don't know how.
I don't know. I'm looking for an example that and it's not coming to mind. Whatever someone speaks over your life that is not true, you need to detach away from it. Because kufumba na kufumbua,
utakuwa huyo mtu.
And even if you don't believe it in your mind, but they're constantly speaking that over your life. Like if I'm constantly saying, Jackie huwezi enda mahali.
Guy. Neither catch, guys.
So, that looks like nothing because it's a Kenyan thing.
Ama wewe huwezi hata drive.
Exactly. Like kitu kidogo tu kama hiyo. Wewe unajua na driving vibaya sana. Sasa kama utaijua ku drive. Like and they're constantly saying it, and you wonder when you are every time you're behind the wheel,
you're like enyewe hapa
you are always shaking, you're always anxious or otherwise. It's because people have constantly told you you're a poor driver, you will never know how to drive. So anytime you're behind the wheel, ushaingia kwa wheel ukijua I'm a poor driver, I will never drive well.
And how about the inverse? Like, because I had a situation where someone would tell me, you ongeanga vibaya by the way. Mimi nikijam,
tuko na time ya kudiscuss wapi?
Mimi nikijam,
tuko na time.
Mimi nikijam naongeanga vibaya.
So kila mtu akae rada. Anytime now.
So unajua wewe as a friend you're like, kwanza niongelesha vibaya. Character development was like
Nitakutana na wewe. Nipe huyu. Niachie huyu.
So how do you detach yourself from such people?
No, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's actually the same thing. Hiyo ati mtu kuambia ati mimi nikijama hapa mtajua mjui. What do you mean? So now people should be on high alert. Ndio Jackie amejam. Sasa atasema kitu ataweza sasa atakutukana utaweza
by the way.
No, like stay away from such people. It's negative things towards you and negative things about others also. Vile tu unasema.
Yes, yeah.
Alikuwa anakuambia,
"Hey, mimi nikijam." Hey.
Na vile alijam.
Unajua? I was like,
they kept their promise.
Mama yangu anajua nateseka ina hiyo.
They kept their promise. You know, it's the way they keep their promise. Yeah. They kept their promise.
Mimi naweza ongea vibaya.
Ati ngojeni tu ile siku mtaona
nimekasirika nyamjui.
Mtanijua. Mimi ninaweza ribu. Those people say those things. Mimi ninaweza ndani ya ribu.
Nichome.
Let me just Kamera ni, why do people take pride in those things? Like why would you take pride in saying ati mimi bedhe unajua mimi am choleric? So what should we do with that information? So tukuogope. Ati mimi ni msangu na sawa vitu. So we pick up after you. Like what is the logic here?
I feel like people are using their personalities. They are using it for a purpose that is not intended.
As an excuse.
Because if we were all to bring our personalities to the table, nothing would happen.
Mwezi tumekumbushwa personalities. Mwezi tulikumbushwa personalities.
Why?
Like you should not take pride in the bad things that you do and excuse them and find a very good way to mask that bad habit. As you say, as an adult, there's no excuse for bad manners. There's no excuse for bad manners, kabisa. You are fully responsible for how your life turns out. So healthy habits, please, we hope you exercise them. Najua pesa ina hit account hivi.
Kama umerudi sherehe.
Ai, wewe unalala asubuhi. The next time nyumba yako inakuona ni Tuesday. Tutampigia mwili pole. Pigia mwili pole vizuri bana. Pigia mwili pole vizuri.
Like tutalala mbinguni. Sleep in our
graves tuongoze tarumbeta. But I don't know, healthy habits are a very interesting phenomenon. What I know for sure is you cannot reach actualization. I think self-actualization is something that you're constantly going to so maybe when you started with skipping rope, and then kidogo
skipping rope. I'll skip, guys.
Nitenda na ile squat skip rope kidogo nakimbia swimming kidogo like unaenda ukinini
ukifanya 1-2
so maybe gym membership unaanza na 2 days in a week or 1 day in a week. Kama ni reading, you start with an easy story as you go. Kama ni podcast, one here or there.
So
as you go and go. I don't know, parting shot now that watu wako na pesa.
I think we write down the healthy habits we want to attain this year, and then we do them.
Or you can try by month.
Yes. By month, by week, whichever works for you.
Unajambia tu in the month of February I want to do these 2 things. And one of the things that we realized when we were doing our vision board is the problem that you write 50 things.
And then it's just 50.
And then it's a lot.
In a plan.
You are not able to realize them. So I'd highly recommend writing 1 or 2 things per month or per week, or even one thing in a week. You say, this week I'd just like to maybe run. Or I'd just like to start reading. And then before you know it, the rest of your habits will go as you come. Because it's a muscle. The more you are disciplined in what you said you will do, the better you become as you go.
Okay.
In closing, what is our closing quote?
Give us a quote.
Healthy mind, the contents of the mind, plus a healthy body, which is the container, equals a happy life.
Nice. Nice. Yeah.
What you see, what you hear, the people you interact with,
makes you who you are.
Yes, makes you who you are. So, see you in Feb when we talk about what?
Mapenzi. You want to see Nairobi wewe. We are coming for you.
Tambia vile we.
Vile
Anyway.
Peke yake ama tu ni streets zote.
Si ulisema ile story ya nani? So ni kila mahali. Lakini mzee anadanganya because huyu hata yuko kwa street.
No bana
lakini na mimi siko kwa street. Nimesema mkifikisha 100k subscribers tutaona.
Unajua ni vile unasemanga hii kitu alafu unasahau. Anyway Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. See you next time.